Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixes. Today we got a special episode. Not only is it our mid-season report card day, welcome back. Our boy BG is
What up?
back.
What up?
He
Feels
is
good to be
back.
home.
BG.
It
Home
feels
sweet
good to be
home.
home. It
He-
feels
Look at
good
him
to.
sitting there in his little spot.
He-
Look at
he-
you
he-
sitting
he-
there in your spot. And
Listen.
I'm no longer got the white wall behind me and look like
no
prison
longer
bars.
like-
I'm
Not in jail
home,
no
y'all.
more.
I'm home, y'all.
He clicked his ruby slippers and said there's no place like home, and he's back.
No place like
Most
home, man. I
definitely.
miss y'all so much, man. It feels so good to be back on camera with my brothers and my
Yeah.
sister. It feels good to be talking about Sixers basketball. Oh man, I've been going crazy these last 6 months, and especially this last month and a half when I ain't had no Wi-Fi and couldn't even be on the show. So let's get down to it. I'm back.
Hey, BG, before we get down to it, for people who don't know, can you give them a little insight of where you were, what you were doing?
Oh yeah, now that I'm home, I can actually say location. So I was as y'all, some of y'all might know, I'm in the military. I was deployed. It's my last deployment before I retire. I was in Jordan for the last 6 months from July to January, and I'm back, man. I'm back. I came back
Hey.
safe. I got all my limbs. Everything is. Hold on, make sure. Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go, dog.
Sleeping in his own bed, eating some good food.
Oh my god,
and
real food.
living
Real
life.
food. That's what it feel like. Real
Jose
food.
Jose
more
on vacation
MREs.
over there. I see him.
Jose got an umbrella.
You see him? He on vacation on the beach. So
He's been drinking those fancy drinks every night.
I gotta talk about certain people, man. I had to do this.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You know, well, while we all here, the gang is all back. BG and the place to be. Can you kick us off, baby?
So y'all know how we do this. We do this every year. We do this mid-season and we do this at the end of the season. We give our report cards, and it is report card time for the Philadelphia 76ers. So what we do is we go through every player to include the coaching staff. Not everybody, not everybody in the coaching staff, but we definitely grade Doc Rivers, and we kind of start from the bottom of the roster all the way up. So I want to start off today with a fan favorite, a Carl favorite. So I'm gonna let Carl take this one. Paul Reed.
Look how he's putting him at the bottom of the barrel.
you know, it's a tough grade to give. Although it's my guy, you know, in limited minutes this year, he's been up and down. You know, when he has been in at times, he's been grabbing boards, giving the energy. But you know, I'll have to give him a C minus because we're grading here. And you know, even though his minutes has been limited, when you're in that position and you come in the game, every time you gotta show off. As hard as it is, you gotta show off and grab the minutes that you want. So I'm gonna have to give Paul Rizza a C minus. This is maturity for me.
That's a reasonable grade. I mean, considering what like you said, the minutes that he gets, he's only playing 9.5 minutes a game and giving us the same amount as somebody that averages 26 minutes. We'll get to him later. But I'm fine with that C minus. I actually might up it to a C plus because in his role, when he does play, he gives us what we ask him for. So I'll up it to a C.
Okay.
I wanted to say C, but the man came and I made a bold prediction that he was gonna get double in this one game. Right? It was a bold prediction, and my man came out there and gave me a double. Just for that, he gonna get C plus.
Okay.
I'm gonna go against the grain here and give my man Paul Reed a B. You know why I'm gonna give my man Paul Reed a B? Because my man comes off of that bench, and you know what I'm gonna say? He goes after those boards, especially on the offensive end, and he's the only guy who consistently does it on the Sixers. For that reason alone, he gets my B.
I like
Okay.
it. I don't think you can go wrong with giving him a B. Like I said, with the role that he plays, he does what he's supposed to do when he's supposed to do it. I'm
Right.
surprised looking at the stat line that he doesn't have a start at all this season. I mean, with how many injuries we've had, I thought he would have a start or two in there, but he doesn't have any starts. All right, so moving right along, I'll take the next guy, man. The young kid, we drafted him really, really high, and we never got to see him. But guess what? He played a little bit this year, not a lot, but Jaden Springer has played 7 games this year. And in his 7 games, I'm going to tell you, I think we got a better version of Matisse Thybulle just sitting on our bench. The guy plays defense. The guy can get a bucket whenever you need him to. I like Jaden Springer. I'd love to see him more. Yes, I understand why he doesn't get as many minutes because we're so guard heavy. But from what I see, from the role that I've seen and his growth within the G League, I'm going to give him a C plus. I would love to see more of him. I can't really give you an A at what you do when you don't do much because of Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers just doesn't play you. But when you go out there, you take advantage of your opportunities, man. So I hope that we don't have another Isaiah Joe moment where he sits there for so long that he goes to another team and looks good once he goes to the other team. I hope that we have a bright future for Jaden Springer. So I'm gonna go C plus real quick for him.
Okay. So if we're grading Springer, I like to give him a C minus. Even though once again, like Paul Reed hasn't had consistent opportunities. Many nights he's been buried between the G League and the bench. When I've seen him in there, I've seen flashes.
I don't mean to cut you off, Carl. If my phone go off one more time saying Jaden Springer has been called up from the Bluecoats.
Oh my God.
My phone go off so much with that statement. If I was Jaden Springer, stop picking up your phone. Stop calling me.
And I know his head is spinning at this point. Every night I'm in Philly, I'm in Delaware, I'm in Philly, I'm in Delaware. It's just,
he's not on a two-way. So that's just ridiculous, first of all.
I understand wanting to give him playing time. I understand wanting to have him on the court. But you drafted this guy in the first round. You think you want to kind of try to fit him into the pro game in year 2. But, it is what it is. How are y'all feeling about it?
Well, I'm going to say I did actually give Jaden Springer my flowers once this season. I mean, he hasn't played a lot of games, but when he did play, he made an impact. I kind of defer on giving him a grade because of how little we see of him. That's not really fair to grade him the way we grade everybody else. So I'm deferring on my grade.
Okay. Joselitos.
Yeah, giving that man anything in the C's is crazy because he don't even get minutes like that. And we can't blame him for that.
Nah.
But when he comes in, he's shown us a spark that we didn't see last year. A little bit. He barely got any time last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this year there was a few games where he was all over the place. He made his presence known. He was making shots. He looked confident. And just for that alone, I'm going to give him a B.
All right. I just want to say welcome to Ellis. Thank you for making a comment on the show. We love to hear from all the people watching. So
always.
We'll try our best to get some thoughts on that Sacramento game because that game was fun.
Yeah.
I'll say it. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, back to the grades.
It is hard to grade Jaden Springer, man. That was a hard one for me to even do to give him that C plus. Like I'm like I don't know.
I don't know.
I see, I love, but I just don't know. Doc, help me out. Let me see something.
That's what I'm trying to say. So you can't punish some of these guys that we got to grade because Doc ain't playing them, man.
Right.
You got to just whatever you seen. That's what you got to grade them on. Like that whole narrative of they don't get that much burn. That we got to blame Doc for that. But let's just grade them on their performances when they hit the floor.
What we do see, we can grade what we do see.
Yeah,
whether he's an AP math or intermediate algebra, he's still performing at some level. So we got to grade what we see. I mean,
right.
So Jose, you got the mic, man. What's up? What you got? What you think about your boy from the other Australian, the Australian that stuck around, Matisse Thybulle? I'm throwing it to you, Jose.
Well, in the beginning of the season, it was looking rough for him because there was a certain person logging up like 30-something minutes a game. And we wasn't seeing too much of Matisse. Right. So if that would have continued to date, Matisse would have got basically a deferred grade. Like I would have had to ride the wave with Jen there because my man was taking all Matisse minutes. You know what I'm saying? And thank goodness, reality smacked a certain coach in the head and he deducted one person's minutes and we started seeing a little bit more Matisse. I mean, he still go out there and do some dumb fouls. You know what I'm saying? Some really, really dumb fouls. But he also gives us that defensive spark that for real, nobody else on that bench really gives us. And he has come up big against some formidable opponents where, you know, I'm gonna give him a B.
Hold on. If we could stop the show for a
Stop
moment.
the show!
Let's
Stop the show!
Let's stop the
Mama's
show.
here.
The queen has entered the building. Mama Fuller is in the house.
Woo-hoo!
How are you? Much love to you. BG, got anything to say to Mom Dukes?
You already know what it is. What's up, Mom? Thank you for tuning in. Always, you know we love you to death.
Yeah, most definitely. So
What's up, mama?
yeah.
All
So-
right.
Where are we?
I gave him a B. I gave him a T's a
Gave
B.
you B.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so we got to go around the room for B. I'll jump on it. Pause. I like what Matisse giving us this year. From what he's doing all right. His 3-point percentage is at 30%. All I've ever wanted them to do is make open threes. Like, you're not gonna ever get nothing drawn up from Matisse. He might get a backdoor cut and get a boom every once in a while, but you can't. It's just not gonna happen very often with this lineup. So I'm happy with the fact that he's shooting 30% from the 3-point line, but you're shooting 50% from the free throw line. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
They free. So I'm gonna go with B minus. B minus to Matisse's role. I think he still does what we asked him to do in his role.
Most definitely.
I want to speak to what Smitty says here. He's a great defender, but he's brain dead. Do you ever notice when Matisse steps out on the court, he looks like he is lost? It happens every game. Watch him. The first time he walked out on the court, he's like, looks like he's lost. My man, you're on a basketball court. Get it together. Anyway, I give him a C. He's, you know, every time he scores, I yell bonus points. Y'all know that because he's not a very good scorer, but he is a very good defender. So I give him an F on offense, but I give him an A on defense. So I'm going to give him
average it out.
Averaging it out. And Jen, you know, I'd have to give him a C plus. I'll have to give him a C plus because I have seen improvement with hitting the open shot. It's just showing how god awful he was in past years. That 30% is improvement from what we've seen in the past. But it is. And, you know, to be totally honest, like Jose said, since he's gained some of the minutes that a certain player that we'll talk about later has.
No, he's next, actually.
Right. We've actually gotten better as a team. You know, the team is playing better when Matisse plays more minutes. You have another defender out there. You have a guy that could create opportunities for offense with his defense. You know, you need guys like Matisse on the team. I hope he stays, but, you know,
word on the street is if we
rumors.
play 20 or more minutes, we win. Is that still the case?
Yep.
I don't know.
No, 20 minutes or less, we win.
Oh, 20 minutes or less.
Matisse is one of those guys that people talk about peanut butter and jelly and say you don't see the things he does and how it affects wins. Matisse is that type of person. The person where it's never really gonna show up on a stat sheet. But when we play guys, I know we're playing Brooklyn tonight and KD's not playing, but when we play guys like Brooklyn, how difficult he makes it on KD. Yes, KD will probably have 32, but I guarantee when KD goes to that locker room, he icing them knees, he icing them arms because of what Matisse does to him on the defensive end. It'll never show up on the stat sheet, and I love that about Matisse.
Right. So who's next to grade?
Is the time? I'm sorry. Oh Lord. So everybody get your
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
Jen is on you. You have Mr. Peanut Butter and Jelly himself, PJ Tucker.
I got PJ Tucker. All right. You know, just looking at his stats, he's like averaging 3 points.
What stats?
4 rebounds, and not even a full assist. You know, I mean, that's a sad stat line for a starter, if you get me. But, you know, people say he plays really good defense. I don't know. In my eyes, he's not cutting it. I give him a D. And you know what that D stands for?
Donut.
Stands for donut.
Oh man, Jen is on point tonight. On point. Hey, can you pass that
props
donut
out
through the screen?
She brought the props out for him.
Give me a donut. Give me a donut.
Yo, she came out with the screenshot.
She shut it down with that.
That donut had Jimmy's on it.
That's some strawberry icing. It looks like a good donut.
Listen, we're not even going to prolong this. I give him an F minus
Damn.
Yeah, he flunked all the way out. I just don't see it. People say, look at his career stats. He never really scored much. He never did this. But the little things he's done throughout his career, he ain't doing no more. What made him relevant? He was an elite corner 3 shooter. He's not that no more. I'm not even looking at the stats. He's shooting about 31%, 29% from 3. The defense, his knees are shot now. He doesn't move his feet well.
He's shooting. Whoa. He's shooting 38% from 3.
It looks like 31. Every time I see it.
He's actually shooting the highest on the team.
Well,
No, I'm sorry.
How
George
many
Yang shooting the
freaking
highest.
shots is he taking? Come on.
Exactly. And it all goes that he defers a lot of opportunities because of his lack of confidence in his 3. Just not a good pickup in my opinion. Is he good for leadership? Is he good for locker room talks? Shaking guys up. Will he rumble somebody in the playoffs? Probably. But, I haven't really seen his input out there. Just put it out there.
Before Jose assassinates him, I'm going to go completely against the grain and say to play 44 games, the most on the team. To start 44 games, the most on the team. To play 26 minutes and to have 3 points, it's not nothing that I want to write home about. However, it's not causing us to lose.
No, it's not.
He's not losing us games, and he's played the most games on the team. So I can't give him an F because if you out there and we number 2 in the East, you have to be doing something. It's not scoring, but it's something.
He's staying out the way.
So he still passes the class for me, and I will give him a C-.
Woo!
Well.
Well.
What do we have here?
Listen, man. I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not.
Don't be nice. Don't be nice.
All right. I'm not giving this dude a D, a C, a B. It definitely not getting no A. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even know if he deserves an F.
I think I'm giving him a participation trophy. He's
You
not
understand what I'm
losing us
saying?
games, guys. Think about it.
Listen.
That's your litmus test? Well, he's not
Listen.
losing his games.
Exactly.
Stop.
He is showing up the class.
Stop. Take PJ Tucker, right? Take PJ Tucker out of this team and put him on the worst team. And then what? All right. This man is taking a free ride to Reading. You know when you pick up the community chest card when you play Monopoly, take a ride on the Reading, and then you skip and go all the way to the railroad track. That's PJ Tucker, okay? He is lucky, he is fortunate that he got scores on this team that can put a barrage of points, okay, that got the majority of this fan base on here punch drunk, talking about he does the little things that don't show up on the box scores. Okay. I don't know what type of drinks, what type of drugs you guys were doing when they played the Brooklyn Nets the first time. Since we're playing them tonight, I'm going to talk about this because you guys are saying he locked down KD. No, he did not. The entire world was saying KD didn't shoot enough, not because PJ Tucker stopped them. It just looked like he wasn't into the game. He just stopped shooting. So a lot of people were giving the credit to PJ for stopping Kevin Durant. Are you serious? You mean to tell me we put Kevin Durant and PJ Tucker on the basketball court one-on-one? But Kevin Durant's going to have a hard time scoring? Yeah, okay. Take this F. And roll out, my boy.
Thank you.
Why you do my man like that, dog? Shout out PJ, man. Hopefully you get yourself together, man. I can't believe you were my second favorite signing this offseason, and I really could care less if you was on this team any longer. Hopefully he gets it together, but we're not losing. So I ain't even gonna let y'all kill me no more. I'm gonna go to the next person. Carl, get that smirk off your face and talk about that boy Daniel House Jr.
Oh, Lord.
We all take a big sigh.
D for Daniel. He was brought here to be a 3-and-D player. I I don't really see the D when he's in, and I don't really see the 3, other than his half court 3 that he made last game. But I'm not gonna give him a total flunking grade because there's still room for growth. There's still more room in the season to show us what he can give us. But I just not have seen his value to our team this year. So I give him a D. How about y'all, Jen?
He's a tough one, man. He's a tough one. I didn't have any kind of expectations one way or the other, and I never saw the guy play before. Just hearing about what other people thought of him, I was like, okay, seems like a serviceable player. He started off kind of a serviceable player, and then I guess he got the yank from Doc, and Doc was like, no, you're not going in the game. That's like garbage time. He made a couple key plays in that last game in Sacramento. That was nice. That buzzer beater at the second half was nice. He had 2 threes that game, but nice is only going to get you so far. I think he's like the 14th guy off the bench. I mean, I think he's one step above Korkmaz. So I don't know. I'm going to give him a D.
I don't think anybody's gonna argue a D for Daniel House. I mean, he just hasn't been much of anything for us this year. Nothing good, nothing terrible, but nothing good. So I don't even want to be long-winded with it. D, easy for me.
Okay.
Jose?
D.
All around the house.
He don't want
D.
nothing else.
All around the house.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about it. D.
Yep.
There's nothing to talk about. This man don't give us nothing. D.
Next.
I wish I could say something, but I'm not. D.
D.
All right.
Well,
That's all right.
if Daniel House gets a D, then Jose, what exactly are you giving the Furkan Korkmaz?
Well, we're going to lose tonight because he ain't playing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? The one thing about Korkmaz is I think his tenure here has expired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His tenure here has expired. We're waiting. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be included in some sort of package. I can't see him staying here. I will be flabbergasted if he is not moved. I just don't see it. He's getting limited minutes. All he ever plays is garbage minutes. He doesn't come in any meaningful minutes. You know what I mean? Only time you really saw him a lot is when we had all the players injured. You know what I mean? He really didn't do much then. So he didn't do anything that stuck out. So for that, I'm gonna give him a D minus. He does have points on the board. So I can't give him an F, like I give the guy that don't give us any points, but I can't give him nothing better than D minus because he hasn't done anything. You know what I'm saying? He's just gone like the time here, it's done. We're done with him basically.
Before I let everybody else go on court, I'd like to address this comment right here. I was actually just about to say this, and we just gave 3 straight people that won't get credit for this class. PJ, Daniel House, and Furkan Korkmaz got D's or lower.
Yep.
And our highest grade, imagine this, our highest grade so far has been Matisse. That's been our highest grade. That's crazy for a team in second place. But
we've yet to get to the guys.
We haven't got to the meat of the roster.
The guys.
Remember, we started from the
a lot
bottom of the
to
roster.
Doc and not playing the guys on the bench, man.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was actually thinking that, and I was like, damn, we in second place, and we just gave out 3 straight failing grades.
Right.
And he could be Korkmaz Evan could be a solid player on another team in Turkey.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think Korkmaz is gonna be good. I think wherever he goes.
Come on, how long's he been with us? What do you mean gonna be? He's like the 4th year on this team.
Listen,
but he doesn't play.
He doesn't play. And
he did play.
Well, he's played in years past. He hasn't really gotten the opportunity this year. I think they've been shopping him since the offseason. So this is one of those grades like Springer. I feel like
newsflash. All right. This man been on the 76ers for 6 years. 6. Okay? 6 years. So don't nobody start flooding this chat. This ain't a Korkmaz victory tour.
No, I feel like, he's one of those guys that might be best suited in another system on another team, a fresh start opportunity. But he gets a C minus for me. He hasn't grabbed. When you're in the doghouse, you gotta grab minutes. You gotta take minutes, like Thibault has. You gotta take minutes. Nobody's gonna give you nothing out here. So, yeah, that's my grade for him. I was gonna give him an F for Furkan, but
I'm gonna go C minus as well. Just C minus. Nothing special, but I really do think that he might be okay in another system. He just doesn't fit for us. He just doesn't work for us. We can't find him consistent minutes. He'll never get in a real rhythm. When he gets in the doghouse, he stays in the doghouse. He gets out the doghouse, he still sucks because he's been in the doghouse so long. I just think it's time for him to move on.
Other than Embiid, he's the last process player here, bro.
That's crazy.
Well, we used to call him Krispy Kreme Bookmas.
He don't even got a donut name no more. He don't even got a donut on the
Because
shelf
he don't
no
even
more.
play.
Jesus
He
Christ.
stinks. I'm giving him a D. He stinks. That's the end.
I love that Jen went last because I'm throwing it right back to Jen. But one of her favorites, she's up and down on this guy. Like when he's rolling, she love him. When he's not rolling, he has two names for Jen. Is Bang Bang or Clang Clang. So, George
Which
Niang.
one is it right now?
Right
Jen,
now,
what you
he
giving
is
George
bang
Niang?
banging. He is bang banging. I'm really happy with the way George has been playing on this
Come
road trip. He has been given the
Run up there,
bench
Mitch.
a really good spark. His 3-point shooting's good. I think he should be in the 3-point contest. His numbers his scoring numbers are solid, and he gives us like that attitude. Like he's like that really goofy soccer dad that like yells at all the other parents if they're on the opposing team. I give the minivan a B. I'm giving the minivan a solid B at his role coming off the bench.
Okay, I'd like to follow up with a B myself. Being one of the best shooters on this team, he's been excellent on this trip of ours, on this road trip, on this win streak of ours. It's been a pretty solid guy off that bench. I'll have to give him a B.
I'm gonna follow it up with a B plus, man. Bang Bang is like he'll have a game where you be like, hold up, is this dude a Walmart bagger or is he a basketball player? You don't even know because he doesn't look like he's supposed to be out there, but he go out there and get it done. When he feeling it, when he feel like he can't miss at all. I love George Niang for this team. If you just look at him, you'd never guess he was a basketball player, but damn it, he played for the Philadelphia 76ers and he been balling. I like George Niang. He gets a B plus for me for the role that he has played. He hasn't missed a game this year. And when his number's called upon, he make it happen.
My turn.
Yes, sir.
I'm a fan of the minivan.
Okay.
Bars.
Okay, you've been practicing that. You've been practicing that.
I'm a
today.
fan of the minivan.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All right. Mr. Bang Bang is gonna get an A minus for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. All right. He's come through for this team countless times before Maxey was thrown to the bench. He's been delivering. He hasn't had many clang nights. He come through, he scores. You guys are sick and tired of Kate Scott saying bang, bang, George Niang. And y'all not sick and tired of her saying that for no reason. So he's getting an A minus for me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This
Okay.
man
Well, all
brings
right.
Ain't nothing
This-
to apologize for. He is our bench.
other than
Before Maxey,
Trez,
he was
listen,
our bench.
Other than Trez, the intensity, the grit, the heightness that we look for comes from Trez and Bang Bang.
Right.
Nobody else gets hyper than them two guys. I'm sorry. Everybody else is too nonchalant with it.
Right.
Too, you know what I mean? And I like heightness. That heightness, like y'all don't understand how I be on my side when I'm watching games. I be all over the place. Like if it's a championship game, every night, every time we score, I'm upset when we don't score, when we turn the ball, the ball over. I hate it. Like I'm super emotional over here, and that I love. And George Niang gives us that, and Montrezl Harrell gives us that. So you got to like this dude shoot. So if
Right.
he has a clang night, give him a break because he comes through a lot. So I'm gonna say A-, point blank period.
I like it. I
Great
like it.
grade.
You do not have to apologize for the A-. I was on the B+ level and could have easily went up a grade. So I'm all for that. You brought up the Dreadman. You brought up the Dreadman quite a bit in your little soliloquy about George Niang. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Dreadman. Dreadman. How have the Sixers done this 3 years in a row? What did they do? They went out and got the best possible backup for Joel Embiid. 3 straight years, they went and got Dwight Howard. We loved him. They went and got Andre Drummond. We loved him.
Right.
And this year, they went and got Trez. And the reason Trez is getting my A- today, you'll look at the stats and be like, BG, how you going to give him an A-? He averaged 6 points. I'm giving Dreadman A- simply because of his professionalism. There's been games where he didn't play. He got DNPs. There's been games where he played 4 minutes.
He knows Reed was swapping minutes.
He knows he's supposed to be out there, and Doc is just that type of coach that sometimes he just don't feel like you suited for this game. And the professionalism that Dredd plays with is amazing. The fact that when my numbers call, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna go out there and show you why I'm supposed to be on the court. I'm supposed to be out here, Doc. I'm gonna show you. He plays with such fire. He plays with such grit. He's the toughness that we wish we can get out of PJ in a starting lineup. He embodies Philadelphia basketball, and that's why he gets my A- because of when his numbers called. Oh, Joel Embiid out. Oh, let's go. I'm starting. Let's go. Let's go.
17 points.
I'm gonna go out there and ball.
Points.
Like I love that about Trez. Like when his numbers call, he's ready at any time, and when his numbers not called, he might pout a little bit on the bench, but when it's time to go, he go get his lunch pail and he go to work. So I can't give him nothing less than that. Nothing less than an A-. Nothing less than an A-.
I'm going to have to follow up with a B+. The energy that this guy brings off the bench, the fortitude, like y'all said, the professionalism of, one night Paul Reed's in, earlier in the season, one night he's in. One night Paul Reed's in, one night it's hard as a professional to come off cold and not know every game how many minutes you're getting so you can mentally prepare of what you're going to do out there. So, I give it up to this guy for that. He gets a B because I want a few more rebounds tonight, but I'm not going to be greedy. I want a few more rebounds from him. What's going on? Joel Embiid will be playing tonight.
Of course he is. It's on ESPN. He's a drama king.
He just copyrighted Trust the Process toys. So
and the line went from 5 to 6.5. So
okay. Just wanted to give y'all that. So,
all right, we got long show, so let's get it.
Yeah, we don't have that much time, so we need to continue. Where are we at?
Everybody finish
Jose,
Trez?
give your Trez.
My Trez grade is going to be a B+. Reason why I'm giving this man a B+ is because he doesn't get as much time as Niang. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. He brings the same intensity, if not more, the professionalism like BG spoke about. And I don't know if you guys really pay attention to stats, but that man comes in for a little bit of minutes and gives you high shooting percentages, really high shooting percentages. So he makes the best out of nothing. And you got to get props for that. So for that, I'm giving a B+.
He's shooting the highest on the team. He's shooting 59.8. That's basically 60% from the field. He's shooting the highest on the team.
Yeah.
I'm there with the high B too. Trez was my favorite signing in the offseason. I'm a huge Trez fan. I love his energy so much, and that he can back that up with a solid game every time his number's called. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. I love it. We do not fall apart when Embiid leaves and goes and sits on the bench. We don't fall apart. We're still in it every single time.
All
So
right.
that's how I feel about that.
Well, keep on telling me how you feel. I want to know how you feel about DeAnthony Melton, Jen.
I love DeAnthony Melton. I love him. If I had known, who he was, he might have been my favorite signing but I didn't know who he was really. But man, Mr. Do Something is always doing something. He came into that role when everybody was injured and lit it up. I give him a solid A. He has been a star off the bench. He has been a great defender. His numbers may have gone down a little bit recently with getting out of continuity with Maxi coming back, but
Right.
he's a star. Love him.
Sen, I'm gonna follow right up on you. Hey, how can you give this guy anything less? Before he went through his little slump he's going through now, he was the most consistent Sixer on the floor when he was starting, doing his thing on both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball. Very few players in the NBA nowadays are two-way players. We just so happen to pluck one right out of free agency and bring him here. I'm glad he's here, and I hope he's here to stay. So for that, he gets an A.
Quickly becoming a lot of people's favorite Sixer. Usually it's not the star who's people's favorite Sixer, but the guy that's going out there and just doing a job well. Anthony Melton, we couldn't have asked for a better signing. What he brings to this team, I know a lot of people are down on the fact that maybe he took Tyrese Maxey's spot, but I look at the silver lining. Now we got a bona fide scorer on our bench in
Right.
Tyrese Maxey. So I look at it with a silver lining. I can't give him anything less than an A minus. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go with a solid A. The role that he has, he does that to perfection. So I'm giving it an A. Yes, his stuff has fallen off the last couple of days, but we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Go with an A.
We'll be cool. We'll be cool. Joselitos.
I gotta co-sign that A. He crosses all the T's, he dots all the I's. Such a professional. Doesn't pout, none of that. Like, pay attention. I see the body language, the mannerisms when people get taken out of games and put into games. Like, you really want to see that because I'm big on negative energy. So you don't see that. Like, that's one thing about this Sixers team this year. I see a lot of professionalism on this team.
It's a me.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a we season, not a me season.
Yeah, I'm really seeing it this year more than any other year. Hopefully, it bodes well when we get to the playoffs, and I could say my hunch was right, but I really like what he brings to the table. So he's getting an A.
Awesome grades. Next.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your
That's me.
booty.
That's
Come on,
me.
Jose. Tell me what you think about your boy Milkshake.
All right. The guy that just improves every year, every single year, smile on his face, starter, bench player. He's just an explosion waiting to happen. And I love it. And remember when we used to always have to put the over and unders on the bench scoring 30?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
guess
easy now.
what? Well,
That's
guess
easy
what?
now.
Well, guess
That's
what?
easy now.
With Maxi on the bench, we got to up that number to 45. To 45. Because this bench has been, let me tell you something. Between Mr. Bang Bang and Mr. Maxi, all right? They've been getting that 30 by themselves. Okay? So for all those people that saying, I didn't want to know Maxi going on the bench. Come on, man. He's a starter. I got to give a big shout out to Greg Daddy Boyd for calling it the bench mob. I love it. The bench mob is out there assassinating people. They is not playing no games. Between Trez's attitude combined with Niang's attitude and Maxi scoring, that bench mob is evil.
Yeah.
Evil.
Remember
Y'all
when we
understand
hated
what
our
I'm
bench?
saying?
Remember
Yes,
when we hated our bench?
we did hate our
Evil.
bench. We had every reason to hate our bench because they
So-
stank.
Just because no matter where you put this guy, it doesn't matter where you put this guy. He's content. He's trying to help the team. He gets the A+ for me. I'm sorry.
Shake gets an A+. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No, wait. Ain't nothing talking about Maxi? I thought
No,
it was Maxi
talking-
I was talking about.
Baby.
Yo, what's
Oh,
in that umbrella drink,
I
dog?
don't know. Real quick. I'm making sure. I'm making sure. My bad. I thought we was talking about Maxi because I got him too. But all right, Shake real quick. Shake is averaging 10 points coming off the bench. I'm gonna give him an A minus. I'm sorry, y'all. A
All right.
minus. A minus. A minus.
We're all confused.
I think no, seriously. I think he's better. To me, he's better than what he played last year. Regardless.
Hey, we talking about Max.
I thought we were talking about Maxey. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, that tickled me, man.
No. Shake gets an A minus for me.
All
I'll
right,
give Shake an A minus.
I'm gonna follow up with the same A minus for Shake. I love his improvement. I love that whenever his number is called to be a starter, he steps into that starting role. I love the way he plays off the bench. I love what he gives us, man. It was a point last year before that we thought maybe this guy was gonna be off the team. He was in the doghouse, the lowest you could be.
Yeah.
And he just kept getting better. He kept getting better, and I love it. He could have put his head down.
He almost became a donor brother for a second.
Almost.
Almost.
But like we said earlier, I love his attitude as far as not really giving the production we would like last year. He was in the doghouse for a little while because of that, and he worked his tail off to get back to the form, to the Shake we all know and love. And he's there. And this backcourt that's on the bench, man. This backcourt that's on the bench with him and Maxey. Sheesh. We might be looking at the future backcourt of the 76ers for years to come with these young guys. So shout out to Shake.
I like Shake. I give Shake a B plus. I think he's definitely improving as the season goes along. I don't know if the whole team came off to a slow start, so can't really just blame Shake. And Doc was not playing the bench for whatever reason. So, but we are definitely seeing the old Shake, the old hustle Shake, and I love that he's not turning the ball over as much. He's not dribbling and turning the ball over as much. So, B plus for me for Shake.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, we got 15 minutes to get through the rest of these. Let's go.
Let's go with Tobias Harris for Carl.
What can I say, man? What can I say? A plus plus. This guy has been the embodiment of consistency for this team. Another two-way player on this team playing his part. And actually, in my opinion, his defense is even ramped up this year to a different level. Excellent. This guy has had to change his game almost every year he's been here to fill the need that we needed at the time. Back to the basket, inside guy, rebounder, power forward. Now he's a catch and shoot guy who also could go in and get his points as well. He's it, man. Tobias Harris is it. A plus.
All right, I'm gonna step in real quick and say my grade on Mr. Tobias Harris. I'm gonna give him an A. And the reason why I don't give him an A plus is because he swagger jacked my line.
I knew it was some pettiness coming in there.
Yeah, he swagger jacked my line. I getting that John copyrighted as we speak. I'm waiting for a letter come back. And nobody's stealing my catchphrase no more. I'm tired of it. I had enough of it. Everybody's teasing me on it. If you watch East Sixers, I'm the originator of the Telefriend situation. Facts. But anyway, I gotta give a lot of props to Tobias Harris real quick. Mr. Consistent. Second leading steal leader on this team. Let me tell you. Second. He's second on team in steals. Okay. He plays those passing lanes very well with his wingspan too. Don't get it twisted. Tobias is long. He got long arms. He gets in there and he's out there. I gotta give him props for that. So he stepped up his defense a lot. His rebounding, Mr. Consistent. You can't like I said before. I said in a couple shows before. If you had to guess who was going to score what every game, right? Like if you was betting, I guarantee you could put 14 points from the rip from Tobias every single game. You can put that and he'll give it to you. You won't lose that one. Right. That's a given.
That's a given.
That's a given.
Yeah, take it to the bank.
Take that one to the bank. everybody's pick gonna be Tobias from the rip, 14 points. Absolutely. So because of that, he gonna get an A.
Cool.
Mr. Consistent gets an A. I have nothing else to say.
Absolutely.
A over
Let's-
here.
Let's roll.
All right, we got our 3 best players and our coach left. So I'll let Carl start off with Doc.
Doc Rivers came. He's come from a guy who, very stubborn, very stuck in his ways, not contorting his style of coaching for the players that he has. And he's done a total 360, in my opinion. And he's learned his roster, he's learned his players and what they're good at, who should get this amount of minutes, who should get that amount of minutes. And I feel like he's done a great job this season with this team. Of course, we had a rough start of the season. Quite a few new faces getting some good minutes out there. So we had a slow start, but I'm going to give Doc Rivers a B+. B+ thus far. B+.
I haven't been cringing, so I think that goes into my grade. I haven't been cringing with the decisions that he's been making and the rotations he's been playing, and I think he's actually learned a bit. And I feel like he might be coaching for his job, and I feel like he might know that. So I think first half of the season, I would have definitely first half of the season, so the first quarter, I would have given him a D. The way he was not playing the bench and driving me nuts. But I think we got like a B- now.
Go ahead.
I can't say the first half of the season he wasn't playing the bench.
I said the first quarter.
Yeah, maybe that. But he had no choice to play the bench. You know what I mean? He had no choice, and the injuries lingered longer than anyone really ever wanted. And I think that his eyes opened. I think he saw some things on this team that sometimes that when he looked in the mirror, he said, "Damn, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have been playing these guys more." And I feel like that's what happened. He got a wake-up call. He gave himself a wake-up call. I'm going to give him that much credit because he coaches for my favorite team. So I'm going to give him a B+ because, in order for me to raise that B+, we got to get out the second round, and he can't be giving up no 3-1 leads.
He gets a B+ from me simply because the one thing we've always hated about Doc is he's stubborn. He's stuck in his ways. This is a guy that looked at a young kid and said, "I think you'll be better coming off the bench," Tyrese Maxey. It's a guy, D'Anthony Melton. "Hey, you're new to this team, but I feel your role being a starter works." Hey, Montrezl Harrell, you're in the doghouse. I can't play you. Now, guess what? You're my official backup center. PJ Tucker, I was giving you 30 minutes and you were giving me nothing. I'm going to drop that down by 10 minutes. He's made the consistent changes throughout the season that we've always wanted from him. He's not just stuck in my way or the highway. He realizes the flaws in his coaching style and changes it throughout the season. And the changes he's made so far this season with this roster, I couldn't ask for a better Doc. Somebody put in the chat a minute ago, this might be the best we've seen Doc coach, and I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Again, I got to agree with Jose, though. I cannot put him in the A category until we get out the second round.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That was everybody?
Yeah.
Was that everybody?
That was
No,
everybody?
we ain't even talk about Embiid.
No, that
was everybody doing
grading
Doc?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, Jose, you got your boy, the young kid, Maxey.
Well, I'm not since
He
running out
kind
of
of
time.
already did.
Yeah, since running out of time.
Yeah, you already gave your spot of Maxey.
Since we run out of time, I already said everything I had to say, the praise that I had to give about Maxey. Y'all heard me. Man gets an A. You know what I'm saying? He gets an A+. Did I say A+, right? I said
Yeah,
A+.
you did. Yeah,
I
you
say
did.
A+.
That's
I
when
say
was
A+.
like, you
Yeah,
give a
yeah.
shake an A+.
Yeah, I say A+ because
Wait, we not talking about Maxey?
No. I say A+ because starter, bench player, the smiles are still there. The smile didn't change. There's not a different muscle in that smile. You just gotta give him an A+, man. The kid is happy on the 76ers, and you can tell no matter what seat he's sitting on. Period.
Absolutely. He gets an A from me too for his hustle, for his positivity, for his shot making, his free throws, his attempts at defense. Yeah, he's all around package. Future of the franchise.
Can't nobody hear you, Carl. I'm gonna just talk over you because you muted. So I'm hoping that only because Tyrese Maxey only has 22 games started, that if he finishes the season all on the bench, that he got a shot at the 6th man of the year. I'm giving my man an A. I'm hoping that he got a shot at it. I know he started 22 games, but I'm hoping by the end of the season, if he stays at 22, hovers around 30, then he can still get a shot at the 6th man of the year. So I'm going with Tyrese Maxey with an A.
A+. I ain't got no rap. Y'all know how I feel about it. Talking about it every night. A+. Let's roll.
I'll go next, man. A lot of people said we got lemonade. We traded lemons for lemonade. He wasn't healthy, ladies and gentlemen. He was not healthy last year.
Please.
He was not healthy. Again, he was not healthy. James Harden, thank you for showing him, hey, this is what healthy me can do. I could go out and get 15 assists in my sleep. It's easy. So I ain't even gonna go deep into James Harden, pause, but James Harden is showing why he's still one of them guys, man. He is one of them guys that can control an entire basketball game, the whole game. So James Harden, you get an A+ from me simply because of what you're proving to the doubters from last year. You weren't healthy. I know you're healthy now. You're showing that you're healthy now. A+, no questions asked.
A+, man. A+. All the great players throughout history, when they've gotten older, they had to contort or change certain parts of their game and still remain great. He's become a great point guard and a great table setter. He's traded in those 50 points, so he still produces around 50 points if you count the assists he gets every night, along with the points he gets. This guy is amazing, man. Nothing more to say. A++++.
I give him an A+ too. He is evolving his game to meet the team's needs. He
absolutely
is evolving into an even better player because he's a more all-around player than he used to be. He's not an ISO ball guy anymore. He is playing team ball, and that's what's going to win him championship. That's where I'm at.
I gotta give him an A+ for numerous reasons. The pay cut, number one.
right.
That shows that you are definitely a team player. You want the team to get better regardless. If we got I'm not even gonna say it.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich for it.
Yeah, even though we got peanut butter and jelly sandwich for it, but it shows. You know what I'm saying? It's the thought that counts with him. Also, we're seeing a whole different Harden. Harden was normally the number one guy, had to put up all the points. He doesn't have to do that here. He has a powerhouse down there that can put up 40 points at any given night. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he is willing to adjust his game and help this team get better by adjusting his game, A+ for me.
Okay. We're there at the last. We have.
No, I'm saying that was everybody. Did it Harden? Y'all did Harden that quick?
Yeah.
So if y'all haven't seen the hoodie on the lady at the bottom of the screen, she wears that proudly all the time because she loves her some Hans. She loves some Hans. So it wouldn't be right if Jen didn't give the grade for Joel Embiid.
I'm sure y'all, I don't know if any of you have been watching this for a while, you heard my soliloquy on Embiid at the end of last season when I did his grade for the end of season grades, but it has been half a season. This man is doing things we didn't even think were possible. Like somehow each season he just reaches another level. It's like he's playing a video game and he unlocks some secret passageway, and all of a sudden you're like, what? So I mean, the man is averaging 33.6. That is even more than he was averaging when he was a scoring champion last year. He had 2 50-point plus games, career high in scoring. And I mean, I could go on and on. He is everything this team needs. He obviously, I'm not going to sit here and talk about his the things that aren't so great with his game, because everything else just makes that all go away. Because when you come out of there winning and in second place, none of that stuff really matters. He is the man. We are watching history. He is tying Wilt records. He is breaking Wilt records on this team.
He's up there in leaderboards with people like MJ and things like that. I saw that the other night. It blew my mind. I'm not going to go long. A++++. A++ MVP. Done.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
And B gets an F because he the fucking man. He gets a D because he's the most dominant. He gets a C because he can't be guarded. He gets a B because he's balling out there. And he get an A because he played for the best team in the world.
Facts.
Love it. That's awesome.
I'm done.
Facts.
That is awesome.
How can I top that, man?
I was about to say that, Jose. You said
How can I top that? BG
Like, what are you
just
gonna
set the
say,
bar
Pop?
high.
What are you going to say?
Listen, man. This man has been on a tear as of December 3rd. He's been on a tear. He is not playing. You know, he's focused. I see him a little bit more focused. Can't give him nothing more than an A+ to infinity and beyond. I don't know how many pluses you can add to that A, but that's what he get.
Yeah, he's amazing. And I know we didn't get to really talk about or at all talk about the Nets game that's about to happen, but
Why we
you'll
gotta talk
have
about
to
it?
come back for the post game and we will talk
We
We haven't had
all
a post
about
game
the
in
Nets.
forever.
Right.
Golly.
I had to look at you
West Coast
crazy
script.
like post game. What? Yeah,
All right.
post game.
So it's 7:30. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome back, BG. Yeah.
Woo!
Good
Round of
home,
applause for BG.
I gotta say it in
So excited
Spanish.
to have
I
you
gotta
back.
say it in Spanish. Bienvenido, BG.
BG. Bienvenido, BG. Yeah.
I just had to say that in Spanish, you know.
Mm.
Y'all know what time it is.
Let's do it.
Look on top of the screen. We got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend that I made that shit up.
Here we go. It's crazy stuff.
And if you ain't understand what I said in English, I'm gonna tell you in Spanish.
Let's
No
do
te
it.
olvides decirle a un amigo que le diga a un amigo que le diga a un amigo about the East Sleep Sixers podcast. Everybody enjoy the game.
Oh, look, stop, hold the presses. Mama is telling you all what to do. She is
I haven't
telling
seen that in a
you.
long time.
We miss you so
We
much.
miss you, mama.
Almost as much as BG.
Yep. No, maybe a little
Hey.
bit more than BG.
Post
No, I
game,
miss
post
mama.
game, post game. We get to talk about that 2-5 guy. He's in town.
I cannot
He's in town.
wait. I cannot wait. It's
Come
gonna
and see
be
his
awesome.
post game, man. Y'all could chop it up with us. The gang is back in town. Let go.
Let's go Sixers.
Let's
Let's
go
go Sixers.
Sixers.